Hard to grasp. Almost impossible to remember how it used to be. But hey, welcome to my world. How it turned out this way? Well, let me tell you a story. Remember November 2024? Trump's second win. You probably remember that night. The certainty that institutions would hold, that democracy was stronger than one man. We were so fucking naive. You see that federal courthouse there? It still says equal justice under law. They kept the words, just changed what they mean. By February 2025, they had the votes. The Secure Communities Enhancement Act. 2,000 pages of new powers wrapped in flag-waving bullshit. The biggest immigration reform in American history, they called it. They weren't lying. Immigration verification in progress. Have documentation ready for inspection. See that guy clutching his work permit? 97 days left on it. I watch him count every morning. You learn to live in 3-month increments when your existence depends on bureaucratic renewal. The funny thing? Half the people on this train voted for it. Secure the border, they said. Turns out the border was everywhere. They broke ground here in August 2025. Demolished the stadium first. Had to destroy America's pastime to save America's future. They said. Took 18 months to build what you see now. Alcatraz West, the protesters called it. I thought that was hyperbole. Third expansion this year. Business is good when you keep expanding the definition of deportable. Started with criminal aliens, then public safety threats, then economic security risks. Categories have a way of growing, don't they? 20 years. Citizen by marriage, 3 kids, owned a small business. But his tax record showed some irregularities. And irregular became suspicious, and suspicious became actionable. See how that works? Local government died quietly in 2027. Federal preemption, they called it. Municipal authorities lack the resources and expertise for comprehensive immigration enforcement. Supreme Court agreed 6-3, 6 months before they stopped meeting altogether. Agent Martinez, there used to be LAPD. Good cop, community guy. Now he manages deportation quotas like a sales manager tracks quarterly numbers.
Sector 7 sweep complete. 43 detained, 12 processed for immediate removal.
His kids think this is normal. Why wouldn't they? It's all they've ever known. Generation enforcement. Raised on bedtime stories about securing the homeland. The raids really ramped up in 2026. Economic collapse made everything easier. Hard to worry about constitutional rights when you can't pay rent. Convenient, that collapse. Almost like it was planned. Every door here has a story. Families disappeared overnight. Kids came home to empty houses. The lucky ones had relatives who could take them. 3 SUVs. You hear how fast the street empties? 11 years of conditioning. Pavlov would be proud. That grandmother on the porch isn't moving. She remembers when governments changed and people endured. This one's different. This one's planning to stay.
Sin Dios nos ayude.
God help us. You know what I learned? God helps those who help themselves. We stopped helping ourselves in 2028. These recruits were born in 2013. They've never known America without surveillance, without enforcement squads, without fear as official policy. To them, this isn't dystopia. This is Tuesday.
Remember, community safety requires community participation. Every interaction is intelligence. Every contact is opportunity.
Look at their faces. Eager, righteous. They're saving America. Just not the America you remember. But then again, that America wasn't working anyway, was it? Too messy. Too unpredictable. Too free. 2028. That's when democracy really died. Not the martial law declaration in 2029. Not even when they canceled the election. when ordinary people stopped asking questions because asking became dangerous. Beautiful in its way, efficient, orderly, everything in its proper place. They promised it would be temporary. Emergency powers always are, until they're permanent. I have been watching this transformation for 11 years. Recording it, documenting it, waiting for someone to give a shit. You want to know when I stopped being one of you and became one of them? Not ICE, not enforcement, just complicit. Another set of eyes that saw everything and did nothing. You think you'd be different? You think you'd resist? Maybe, at first. Before your job disappeared. Before your neighbors started disappearing. Before silence became survival. Funny thing about resistance. You think you'll know the moment when it matters, when the choice becomes clear. Fight or flight. Stand or kneel. But it doesn't work like that. There's no dramatic moment. Just a form with your name on it. Suspicious behavior patterns, unauthorized documentation of federal activities, potential community threat.
Citizen 2847-991. Processing begins at 0600. Compliance ensures expedited review.
You hear that? Citizen 2847-991. I had a name 11 years ago. Had opinions. Had a blog, actually. Democracy dies in darkness, my header read. Cute, right?
Processing subjects will maintain silence during evening hours. Community safety requires community compliance.
The beautiful thing about the system? It's fair. Equally applied. I thought documentation may be safe. Thought being a witness meant immunity. But witnesses are dangerous, aren't they? They remember. Welcome to my world. You're wondering how I'm telling you this story from inside a cell? Simple. You're not listening to the past. This isn't a documentary about what happened.
This is happening right now, today, in your world, while you're listening.
The funny thing about dystopia, it always starts somewhere else. With someone else. Until it doesn't. Hope you brought your papers.